and Brownie,
the podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. Welcome to your Friday. It is Friday. Feels like Tuesday, but it is Friday.
That's right. We're there for the weekend. How'd you go at the tennis last night?
No, man, I was at the Socceroos.
Oh, Socceroos.
It was like being in Thailand, right, with the humidity. Like, you're sitting in the stands. There's 27,000 people there. It sounded like 100,000 people.
I was going to say, I saw on your stories some footage from last night, and I thought it was a throwback from a few years ago.
No, that
it
was last night.
So busy.
But then above us, there was an electrical like full. I thought everything was going to get cancelled. There was lightning everywhere.
What time was this? Because I think I slept through the whole thing.
I reckon from 8 until 11 there was wild stuff going on.
The kids to bed about 8:39, and there's a couple of loud cracks, and the two young kids come running into the bedroom.
Really?
Yeah, saying, "Dad, I'm scared." I said, "No, get out." Get out. Me and Mum are
Yes?
Me
and
and
Mum
Mum
are getting busy.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of
Really?
plans. There was rose petals all over the bedroom floor.
Yeah.
Did you? I was dressed as a policeman.
Oh, that's nice, John.
Kylie had a fringe on.
No, yeah,
And
she
you
had a
said,
fringe.
what the hell happened to you?
And my 3 premiership medallions.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's about it. It was a good night. It was a good night
Did
after
you
that.
get some action?
Not a chance with the tennis one.
Let's be honest.
Hey,
I was excited for you.
millions and drifting. It's an old bookmaking term.
I was asleep through the whole thing because I am a sad old lady.
That's all right, Swanee. You're busy.
Hey, Geelong was like full monsoon.
Yes, I know. Yes. I know. It looks like something from Bali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
Ready to hit the road this summer? It's time to What If It.
Visit whatif.com to plan and book your accommodation, flights, activities, even car hire.
Plus, select hotels are fully refundable. Booking cancellation windows apply.
What if it's Aussie for travel? Check government advisories before booking and travelling.
Good morning, Melbourne. Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100. The tennis, JB.
Oh, it's all happening last night. Huge day yesterday with the Australian contingent. It's getting exciting, Swanee, because it's been a long time, really, since we've dominated tennis like this.
Yes.
Especially in the last few days of the Oz Open. Ash Brodie. The Brodie Party. Was on again yesterday. She did a demolition job of the US contender Madison Keys.
Fill me in on everything because, you know, there's got to be a lot of people like me that are asleep.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, though, Swanee, you can get to bed early watching Ash Brodie because she demolishes them. She gets through them quick. Yesterday, she knocked over Madison Keys 6-1, 6-3.
In what, 50 minutes or something?
Oh, yeah, less than an hour.
Unbelievable.
Madison Keys was asked after the game what's it like to play Ash Brodie. She said it's tough and it sucks.
Yeah.
So summed it up pretty well.
Good. I appreciate the honesty.
That's right. So Ash is trying to win it for the first time since Wendy Turnbull in the late 70s, I think.
Oh, my
First
God, I feel
Australian
like it's
woman.
going to happen.
It's pretty exciting. So Saturday night, we'll be all tuned in. The ratings bonanza it'll be. Ash Brodie spoke in the post-game presser.
Here we go.
Absolutely embrace it. You have to. It's fun. It's brilliant to be playing in the business end of your home slam. I'm not going to lie about that. It's amazing, and I think being able to experience it multiple times has been incredible. But Saturday is going to be a new experience for me. So I go out there and embrace it, smile, try and do the best that I can, and whatever happens, happens. I'm really looking forward to having one last crack here to really go out there and enjoy it.
Does she know who she's playing yet?
I'm not sure.
Okay, that's all right.
Eyeballs coming out.
Yes.
They would know.
They would know because it's tomorrow.
They would know tomorrow, so I'm not sure who she, but we should know that, shouldn't we?
Point is, she's barely dropped a game. She's going to kill it.
Yeah, she's been awesome. She has been absolutely awesome. I'll tell you who else has
Jackie's about to tell you.
Collins. The great Danielle Collins. From Ecuador.
From US.
From the US.
US, yeah, so that'll be good. Papers haven't arrived this morning. So
From the
we're a
Côte
little bit
d'Ivoire.
Oh, yes.
Dylan Alcott, the great Australian wheelchair tennis player.
Yes.
But he's just known as a tennis player.
Of course
He's
he
one of
is.
the great all-round athletes. Used to be a gun basketballer as well.
Australian of the Year as well.
Australian of the Year, Swanee. His last match yesterday, he got beaten by the US player Sam Schroeder, 7-5, 6-love. He's a 7-time champion in the Australian Open, Swanee. Channel 9 delayed the news last night, the 6 p.m. bulletin, just to see the end of his game. So Hitch had to wait. 8 years ago when he made his debut, on the outside court, there was 5 people in attendance.
Unbelievable.
This year, he was on the billboard promoting the Australian Open.
Fabulous.
Come a long way. And this is the press conference. Very emotional post-game. And Andy Murray gave him a little text along the way.
This just sums up how it's changed. I hope he doesn't mind this, but Andy Murray just messaged me. I don't know if I've articulated that well, but you're an absolute rock star and inspiration. Thanks for everything that you've done. That kills me. Like, it makes me want to cry. Special. Like, it's just, you're a part of it. It's special. It's so nice, you know. It's like that everywhere, man. I never thought that would happen. Like, that's better than winning a tennis tournament. As a legend of the sport getting around wheelchair tennis, you know. If it's good enough for someone like that, it's good enough for everyone.
Oh, man, that's wicked.
It's awesome. He's had a massive impact on the whole community. Obviously, you get Australian of the Year, Swanee.
Hey, I just want to talk about the bad boys, Jonathan.
We saved the best for last. Special K's.
Whoa!
Kokonakis and Kelios.
Kokonakis is one of the great names.
It's a great name, isn't
Really?
it?
Yeah.
He wears a Kmart T-shirt. It's like a $7 Kmart T-shirt, Swanee, too.
Like me.
Like me. Like us, Dino. He's one of us.
Yes.
They got through. It was a tough one yesterday, 7-6, 6-4. So they're playing, they're through to the final against the other Aussie men. So there was 10,000 at their game yesterday. And in the other semi-final, Matt Ebden and Max Purcell, who are Aussies, there was 100 people on their court. So you know the crowd's rooting for.
Yeah.
But the opponents yesterday for Special K. Now, here you go. These are two of the great names. We love following great names, Swanee. We love Dino writing them down.
Yeah.
They played Spanish's version of Starsky and Hutch. They are Marcel Granolas and Horatio Zabalos.
Oh, yes.
Hey, Granolas
yes.
and Zabalos.
Yes.
In a tight game too. So the crowd was going bunta on the show court. So that'll be good to see. They're through to the final.
You sort of don't want them to play other Aussies, though.
No. I know it's hard. But
anyway.
I'm thinking that most of the support will be going for Special K, I would have thought. So that'll be huge.
Fabulous.
Melbourne Park will be pumping Swanee this weekend, so looking forward to that.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
But now.
You're going to go.
Oh, no. It's bad news time. The segment with,
Brownie's bad news.
the segment with no redeeming features. None.
You're going to feel bad at the end of this.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you overseas to central London, where 5 clubbers feared for their lives after downing caustic soda instead of salt with their tequilas.
Oh, for God's sake. Caustic soda. Now,
Caustic soda.
Do you know what caustic soda is?
No.
You know Drano that you put in your drain
Yes.
that dissolves everything, eats everything up? That's caustic soda.
Jesus.
Pretty harsh on your stomach. Not something I'd go for. They vomited and had blood pouring from their mouths.
Oh, my God, Jonathan.
They did, triggering fears of a terrorist attack in the club. So imagine if you were in the club and you
Yeah.
saw this unfolding in front of your eyes.
God, horror.
You'd
Did
be
they
wondering
get
what was
served
happening.
this, John?
Absolutely. The police came in and refused to let anyone out while their emergency vehicles, including an air ambulance, raced to the scene.
I bet.
But the nightmare turned out to be the result of bungling staff filling salt pots on each table with caustic soda, which is used for cleaning. The victims included a screaming woman in her 20s with blood coming from her tongue.
Gosh,
It's unbelievable.
Jonathan, this is awful.
It is awful. That's why we're not laughing.
That's
And
right.
think about the change in mood. Like they're doing shots.
Yeah, shots,
right? So
shots,
they're
shots,
excited.
shots. Yes.
They're licking the salt off their hand. Like this is great fun.
We're going to live forever.
Or only for the next 10 minutes.
Unbelievable. And one of her pals is still requiring hospital treatment more than a month after the blunder at the Tiger nightclub in central London.
Tiger.
Geez, action aplenty at Tiger on a Saturday night. An insider told The Sun a group of 4 women and a man, lucky him, necked the tequilas and used salt and lemon to soften the taste, then began to retch, or dry retch. One girl keeled over. Despite the music blaring,
You're poison through my veins.
imagine that looking around, you got poison just blaring through the system. Who sings Poison again?
Alice Cooper,
of
the
course.
great Alice Cooper. Smooth Zone, Alice Cooper, I believe.
Everyone knew something was wrong. There was panic. People thought it was some kind of terrorist incident. About 100 clubbers were ushered into a nearby building while police carried out the interviews. Took a long time to establish what happened. Apparently the club kept salt and caustic soda in similar containers, and there'd been an honest accident. Could have been fatal, the quote was.
Absolutely, it could have been fatal.
Anyway.
Did anyone die?
Well, it went from Poison into this song.
Here it is.
But you staff are very embarrassed. Let's get Barry Hall.
No one does.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Instagram. Barry Hall, an AFL superstar who played 289 games. He was in the jungle with our very own Chrissy Swan back in 2015. And you can catch Barry's boxing clash with Sonny Bill Williams on March 23 on new platform Stan Event. Here's Hall.
Still one of the most exciting moments of my life was when I asked Barry Hall to give me the don't argue. And he did
That's
it.
right, he did too.
I did it.
Do you remember, Barry,
Yeah,
how
you-
excited I was?
Yeah, you and Joel kept handing me for a don't argue.
It was so good.
Are you sure you want this?
He's sick because you are so strong and so big. It was so thrilling. Anyway, it's really good to see you again.
Good
I
to
haven't
see
seen
you.
you
You're
for
looking great.
Thank you.
Good to
So are
see you again,
you.
Brownie.
I've got one question for you, Baz. You were in the jungle 6 years ago with Swanee.
7 now.
7 years
seven.
ago, have you stayed in contact with Freddie Flintoff? Because Swanee all she talked about coming out of the jungle was her friendship with all of you guys, including Freddie Flintoff,
Yeah.
and then Freddie just stopped answering her calls.
No, he never answered one message.
Oh, does that surprise you?
No.
No.
No, but I just wanted to know, was that the fate of every friendship with Freddie
that's the
Flintoff?
fate of everyone.
He's dropped
Yep.
his off.
Yep.
He might be hitting you up. for
I
tickets,
actually
though,
didn't.
mate.
I didn't throw out the olive branch to him because I knew I wouldn't have got a reply, and I didn't want to give me that satisfaction.
How did you know? How did you know?
He's just one of those characters, isn't he?
God, I
you
don't
think?
know. I'm just a babe
There
in
you
the
go,
woods. Now let's talk about this fight that I'm not very happy about, but that's what you're here to plug. I don't like the idea of anybody hurting you, Barry Hall.
No.
No,
But
he's not going to get hurt in this one.
this is the turf war. Sonny Bill Williams v Barry Hall. It's available live and exclusive on March 23rd on the new platform Stan Event. How did this happen?
Well, it's been, I tell you, it's been in the mix for a long time.
Yeah,
hasn't
it's
it?
been in the mix for a couple of years now. So after my last fight, it's over 2 years ago
Yeah,
now.
yeah, Paul
this
Gallen.
fight was spoken about and verbally agreed upon, and it's just complication after complication. Obviously, COVID's played havoc, and then Stan have been trying to get this new platform that they've launched up and going in time, which is is a tough gig because there's a lot of work going. So it's been a process, but we're here now. So I've sort of been flatline training for a long time, and I've been
Yes.
waiting for this fight because this is a good money fight for me. And Sonny Bill Williams is a big name, and he's undefeated, and I think I can beat him. So I waited out. I could have took other fights, but I waited out for this one.
I've got a question. How did these sort of grudge matches begin? Do you properly dislike Sonny Bill Williams and you want to punch him out? Or
he's-
is it
look, he's a really respectful, good guy. If I wasn't fighting him, I'd probably be really good mates with him. He's
Okay.
a really respectful guy. He's a family man. So yeah, it's nothing personal. It wasn't personal the last time. It was
Okay.
it's just business. It's what
There's
it is.
always a bit of theatre in the lead up to the fights
Yeah.
because you want to sell the fights, and we all love that, a bit of theatre around the rivalry. Rugby league versus AFL as well, Swanee, so it'll be huge. He's fought a couple of years ago against Paul Gallen. Mate, that was really I know you grew up boxing, but that was your first real
my first
big
fight, yeah.
professional fight, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And you drew with Gallen, who's fought the heavyweight champion of Australia.
Yeah. Oh, look, I thought I won the fight at that stage, and I think looking back on it, I definitely won the fight. But there was too much money to be made for there to be a winner and loser with that one.
corruption, Barry Hall?
I think they're going, we'll do a draw and we'll go again. How about that? But never happened. So, yeah.
Can you go along and see it live, or is it
Absolutely,
just
you
a
can.
pay-per-view?
It's live, yeah.
Yeah,
So Sydney Convention Centre. It's
Big crowd.
23rd of March.
All right, and if you can't get there, you can do the pay-per-view on Stan.
Absolutely.
Dino just asked me, are we going up to watch Baz fight? And I said, well, yeah, maybe. If Swanee can do the buttons the next morning.
Yeah, you
Otherwise it might be a bit hard. Unless Baz can organise a midnight flight to get us home.
I've
But
been told never learn how to panel because then you'll have to panel.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
Hey, Swanee, in boxing, you can win on points or by knocking someone out.
Yeah.
Now, Barry, you can knock this guy out or what?
I have to knock him out.
Shit.
yes.
I have to knock him out. I think I just spoke about the last decision I got.
Take it out of the judge's hands, mate.
Absolutely. I'm under no illusions that I'm not going to win on points, even if I do win the fight. Because he's a cash cow. He's going to make a lot of money for a lot of companies, and if there's a decision, I'm not going to get it. So I've got to knock him out. I've got to take it out of the judge's hands.
If you had any companies come forward to you, Baz, and say, we want to, like, a removable tattoo. We want to put a big tattoo of our sponsorship on your back or on your chest or something like that, mate. Because, every now and again you get these blokes that walk out. Yeah, it might be Sexy Land tattooed across your back, because a lot of eyes watching this.
Hey.
I think they actually banned it because it used to happen all the time.
It was, wasn't it?
Someone would flick you $5,000 and they'd put this big mural on your back of their company, but they actually banned it, which I think is a good thing because it looked messy.
How does the good wife, the lady, feel about you in this boxing match?
Oh, she hates it because
she hates it.
Don't want to mess up these good looks,
Of course.
No, she just doesn't want me slurring when I'm 50, so so I'm sort of ducking and weaving and getting out of the way of that. But she doesn't like it. Most women don't.
No.
Actually, most women really enjoy the training because it's a great workout and it's a really good fitness.
Yes.
And they actually enjoy hitting pads and stuff. But the actual sport's it's quite brutal.
That's right. My sister won a Victorian state title and Mum wouldn't go.
Oh no, I wouldn't go.
You can't see my daughter go through this. But hey, you've been through a lot, Baz. Plenty of stories. You're a premiership captain, of course, in your former sporting life. What the hell am I doing? Here's a great segment, mate. You'd have plenty of stories.
It's a segment that focuses on the moments in our lives where we go, what exactly am I doing here? What the hell am I doing?
Yep, I've had plenty of those.
Have you?
Yeah.
Give us one.
Well, I went to Adelaide. I was doing a bit of a tour for a sportsman's night. So,
I love this. The cashies. You're on the cashies circuit.
On the cashies. And we had 4 or 5 lined up. And anyway, I went out to this, and the name eludes me of the football club. It was that memorable. But I went out there and I thought, Jesus, quiet. The lights aren't really on or anything.
Yeah.
So I went in there, and the guy who was looking after me, Terry over there, Big Terry Vegas, shout out to him.
Oh, he's rang me a few times.
Yeah,
One of the great names, Terry Vegas.
Terry Vegas.
Terry
There's a bit of porn star about it. But anyway, so we took me in the club rooms, and I met the club president and stuff. And anyway, it was like 7 o'clock the show starts.
Yeah.
5 to 7 is no one. I said, he goes, they'll turn up. Not one person turned up. I'm not joking. Not one.
Not one person.
Not one.
Barry, that is the best what am I doing here story we've had. So what happened? When did they go, okay, you can go? And did you still get paid?
I hope you got paid by Terry Vegas.
Well, I did say, look, because I did have to go over there and I waived the fee because...
kind.
Good man. That's why you find Sonny Bill Williams.
Well, yeah, I couldn't. You can't take money and just, that's wrong. So
Not one person.
Not one. It made me feel really good about myself.
Barry Hall, that is unbelievable.
Turf War, Sonny Bill Williams versus Barry Hall, available live and exclusive on March 23 on the new platform, as Baz was saying. Stan Event, it's called. Thanks, man. Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
for having me.
Barry.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. Welcome to your Friday. It is Friday. Feels like Tuesday, of course. And welcome to the microphone, the man in black, Samuel Pang.
Good morning, Christine.
How do
John,
you do this
Dino,
morning?
Melbourne.
Yo.
It's Friday.
It is Friday.
That's what young people say.
And I believe it's the last day of your beard and mow combo.
Yes, people. Actually, someone asked me yesterday, well, how do you define the end of summer? And for me, it's like it's 1st of Feb, which I think Monday's January 30 or 31. But then this is going.
Yes,
it's
the
just like
31st.
next week starts the year for me,
Cleansing.
which is probably mildly disrespectful considering we've been on air for 2 weeks. But
Yes.
I'm just saying, for me, the year starts on Monday.
Have you not considered the audience for the previous fortnight?
Haven't been a high priority, but I have been here. I haven't missed a day.
You have. You've been here in body and not spirit.
Do you go
We
to
appreciate it.
Do I what?
Do you go to a barber and get the
Good question.
the razor blade?
That is a great question. Are you going to go and get that done properly, or
No,
are
I
you going
would
to
not- I
hack
would-
at it yourself?
I would never waste a barber's time. I get it, like if you went in with your full beard when you really let yourself go, and I love it. Mate, fair enough. You could go in there. This would be off in 30 seconds if I wanted.
It's very long.
I could peel it off.
Well, that's okay.
It's very long. It's very long.
It is very long.
You wouldn't waste a barber's time.
I would not.
You actually pay for that service. You don't just walk into a barber, they do it for free.
It's a bit rich. You're telling me about things that get paid for. What are you talking about? You haven't handled currency in 4 years.
This is true.
Sorry, 14 years.
This is true.
Anyway, good morning, Melbourne.
The great woman Poe is going to be on the
great
show.
woman.
Are you kidding me?
She's the best.
Also, we're going to I want to try and get Dylan on the show from I'm a Celeb.
Yes,
because we
Dylan
want
Lewis.
him to win.
We do. We don't understand how the television show works, but we're fairly sure that Dylan can still win.
Yeah.
And if he can, then we want to get behind him.
Exactly.
He's our boy.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
How about some tropical stuff?
Just first things first, Sam, did you pass Barry Hall on the way out? Is that why you've got a little wee on your pants?
Actually, I should go back and pick him up off the ground because I may have knocked him out.
Whoa.
Did you?
Yeah. No, I avoided him.
Okay.
Not really. I heard the
He's looking
chat.
fit, Baz.
I heard the chat and I thought, no, that'll do me. I love Barry Hall.
Yeah, I love him
He
too.
came on front bar once, and yet it was like another example of like, oh wow, everyone's forgotten how good he was
Mate,
as a
he's a
player.
gun.
Yeah,
Premiership captain as well. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's an absolute beauty.
you're in the Hall of Fame, aren't you?
Well, I am. I sort of, haven't been to a function, but yeah, I am in the Hall of Fame.
Congratulations. Ash Brodie has advanced to the Australian Open final. The Brodie party, were you there?
Buddy party, no. I
we
wasn't
went there
there, but
yesterday.
I tell you, the games go quick.
Geez, one
It's
they
like
really
before.
do. I haven't kept much of an eye on it, but it's like, it was over in, it was over real quick. It's about an hour. If you get there, don't get there late and have a few beers and then just think I'll wander down. Like she just knocks them over in straight sets.
Yeah.
So she's into the final. The women's final is always on a Saturday night. If you know, so that's tomorrow night. The Brodie party.
I love that. The party will be
I feel
huge.
sorry for her opponent. There's no way they're going to win.
Oh, it's funny. You can't. No,
Lot of
you can't
pressure.
jinx that, Swanee. There's a lot of pressure winning your. Very hard to win in your own. A tournament in your hometown.
Is it?
Not hometown, in your home country.
Is it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, we haven't got a great record, Australians.
Well, put it this way, Swanee. She's become the first local player to reach the Australian Open women's single final in 42 years. Do you know the last woman to do it in 1980?
Turnbull?
Yeah, Wendy Turnbull. Nickname?
Turnbull.
The Rabbit.
The rabbit.
That was her nickname. The
I
Rabbit.
didn't know that.
The Rabbit Wendy Turnbull.
The rabbit Wendy Turnbull.
Did she-
Love that.
Did she shoot rabbits? What?
No, I didn't.
No, she was.
She loved rabbit stew. Grew up in rabbit stew.
Why the rabbit?
I think she was quick. She was around the court, Swanee.
Oh, right.
Used to bounce around the
Rabbits
court.
aren't that quick, though. Hares are.
Oh, you're going to talk about the bad boys?
I am not. If you want to do it, now go. Who are they?
Kyrgios and Cocky.
And what are they?
They're in the final, man.
When's the final?
On Saturday, tomorrow.
So Saturday, Brodie and then the bad boys.
Absolutely.
Well, if
Yeah,
you like
maybe.
tennis, that's not a bad night, is
They're
it?
playing the Aussies as well, so we guarantee that we're going to have Aussie winners.
Oh, that's awesome.
Awesome.
You love it.
I can't wait till it's over. But Andy Murray's a text message from Andy Murray has brought Dylan Alcott to tears. Mm-hmm. Losing the Australian Open final didn't, but a text message from the former world number one left the inspirational hero a blubbering mess during his press conference. I think we've got some audio.
This just sums up how it's changed. I hope he doesn't mind this, but Andy Murray just messaged me. I don't know if I've articulated that well, but you're an absolute rock star and inspiration. Thanks for everything that you've done. That kills me. Like, it makes me want to cry. Special. Like, it's just, you're a part of it. It's special. It's so nice, you know. It's like that everywhere, man. I never thought that would happen. Like, that's better than winning a tennis tournament. There's a legend of the sport getting around wheelchair tennis. You know? If it's good enough for someone like that, it's good enough for everyone.
Very true.
That is amazing, isn't it? That's good footage. I teared up the time I got a text message from Smallsy. Bunnings has named Swanee Bunnings has been named Australia's strongest brand after enduring the lockdown of the last 2 years. Bunnings.
Good effort.
Bunnings number one.
I reckon it'd have to. Well,
I thought
it
Harvey
is.
Norman.
Especially if you had a power pass too, you could go into Bunnings.
What is
power
that?
pass?
Well, a power pass is what the tradies get, but if you got a you could get a power pass if you were a tradie, or if you had a company, and you could go into Bunnings and shop around, and there's no one else in there.
May I offer
That's
you a-
fantastic.
How would you know that, John?
Because he's got
friend
one.
told me. No, friend told me.
Gee,
May I offer you a tidbit?
please, Christine. They're coming up later.
Yeah, well done.
The voiceover. Well done.
Thanks.
Is that another message from Smallsy saying he's inspired by your hooking and teasing? Oh, yeah, may I offer you a tidbit? That's where I was. The voiceover artist on the Bunnings ads that everybody, knows.
Yes.
It's the same guy.
Yeah.
His name is Nick Stratford. And he was the original host of Ready, Steady, Cook before Peter Heveresh.
Good
There you
tidbit.
go.
Thank you.
Is he short as well?
No, he's really tall.
Okay, there you go. The last guy, the voiceover man, when came in here was pretty short.
Yes, he was.
Oh, Smallsy, get out of it.
Smallsy, please.
Smallsy, what did Smallsy say?
It was a dick pic. Listen, Bunnings, number one. Sometimes he does it. Sometimes words, you don't need words.
Yeah.
with
No, you
Smallsy.
don't.
I thought it would
Number two.
Scalpel.
Number 2, Woolworths. Number 3,
Coles.
4, NRMA number 5, and Keith's Pies is number 6.
Dave O'Neill's obviously got the app.
The only thing I mention is I would have thought that there'd be some meetings at a high level, involving these brands about why they are not in the top 10. CUB at 4 and 20 pies, Toyota, Dairy Australia. I think they may have some issues about their brand ambassador and the impact that he's making in the market. But what would I know?
Yeah, that's right. Ben Simmons. Ben Orton.
Oh, yeah,
He's been off the ball for 4 and
Ben
20.
Simmons has let you down. And, mate, is that it, I think? Oh, no, Jackie did want me to mention that DJ Khaled has dropped $3 million on a watch.
Oh, that's the most stupid thing I've ever heard.
No, that's a good investment. That's
absurd.
money well
They hold their
spent.
value, don't they? Especially those old Casios.
Mate,
Yeah.
exactly. They're worth the same. As if this is going to drop. It's not like a new
Who
car.
on earth needs a $3 million watch? What an
DJ
idiot.
Khaled does.
I'm never going to listen to his music again. I'm never going to say DJ Khaled ever again.
It's a billion. It's a diamond encrusted Billionaire 3 watch. I think that's its name. And then he did, and he parted with a cool $3 million, and he calls her gorgeous.
Oh my God.
Gorgeous, which
Gorgeous.
it sounds like one of Nick Cannon's kids, by the way. You know, Nick Cannon's got that kid called Powerful.
Yep, that's true.
DJ Khaled's got a watch called Gorgeous.
But does it count steps? That's the only watch I like.
Good question.
Hey, if that watch costs $3 million, yeah, it doesn't, it should double as a Fitbit?
A Fitbit, it's got to do stuff.
Absolutely. It's got your heart rate as well.
Yes.
I reckon it's got an alarm.
Yeah, you have
Drop
to.
$3 million, doesn't have an
$3
alarm.
million?
When's the last time you used the alarm on your watch?
On my watch, I don't have a. No, that's
He
true. I don't
doesn't have
watch.
one.
No,
Nah.
For $3 million, I'd want it to do everything.
I'd want it to send me dick pics. but,
Yes.
hey, I've got Smallsy, so it doesn't matter.
Want to see what happens in the studio? Check it out on Facebook. Follow Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
I'm just going to do a quick clean out of bits and bobs. I've got a couple of minutes because we've got to be on time for Poe, etc. I've just talked so long, the break is over. Yesterday I went and saw Eyes of Tammy Faye. I went on my own to the cinema. There was no one there.
What's the movie called?
Eyes of Tammy Faye. It's
in
the
it?
story of Tammy Faye Baker. Jessica Chastain is in it. It's very good. You know the TV evangelists from, the original from the 90s?
We interviewed
It's very
Chastain
interesting.
as well.
We
She's
did.
really
She
nice.
was great. And she's one of my favourite actors.
Zero Dark 30.
Did you?
Yes.
Did
Yeah.
you? 100%. That's the bit I remember from that.
Yes.
They said,
100%.
what's the chance that it's Bin Laden in the tower? And she says, 100%.
Yes.
Bang. When did you interview
A
Chastain?
couple of years ago, you missed it. I think,
You missed it, too busy. Or maybe it was on a Friday.
Yeah.
It would have been on a Friday. So, yeah, two things. The movie's good, but also going to the movies is good. And you don't need to wait
Many
to
there, Swanee?
organise not one other person in the whole cinema. Wow. So, if you're nervous about getting COVID or whatever, you can go. It's a safe thing, and it's just lovely. Get yourself a small popcorn, as I did.
it's a safe thing catching COVID when no one's in the cinema.
Exactly, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. People
absolutely.
are like, oh, no, I'm not going to do anything because I'm scared of getting COVID. There's no one in the cinemas during the day if you can go. I really recommend it. It makes you feel like you're really living. Secondly, Gumbaya World's had a massive glow up, and I didn't realise. My kids spent the day there yesterday at the time of their lives.
Wait a minute, what, it's been pimped?
Remember it used to be called Gumbaya Park and there were just some animals? No, it's a proper, hardcore, world-class theme park. Dino, you would lose your mind.
Slides?
Yes. Huge slides, amazing slides named after snakes.
What?
There's the Taipan, there's Dodgem cars. My kids lost their minds.
It's me and you, Sam.
I really recommend it.
Straight there.
I love a Dodgem
Get
car,
out of the
don't
way,
you?
kids.
How far is it away?
Tynong, 45 minutes. It's close. It's close, and it is a great. You will absolutely
Dino.
love it, Dino. It's great.
Cabanas.
Yes, there's cabanas.
There you go, mate.
No, it's
Cabana
great.
Reach.
It is absolutely great. The glow up of the century. Gumbaya World, it's called now.
Kabana is a very underrated cured meat.
I think it's a very overrated cured meat.
You're wrong.
No, I'm not wrong. I'm not.
We'll have to.
I'm not wrong. Cabana, you have one nibble of it and then you're cabana burping for 2 days.
Worth it. I'm with Sam.
Thank you.
I got to agree with Sam there.
Oh, mate, everyone loves cabana. You're at a party and in the old days and the cabana would come around.
Yeah. Operative word there, the old days.
No,
it's
before
2020.
COVID. No.
No,
Little
it's
bit of cheese,
2022.
little cabana,
It's
little
still
bit of cracker.
1975.
Swan, are you prepared to admit you're wrong about Kabana?
Yeah,
No,
I think
I'm
you
not.
should.
Sure.
No, I'll die on this hill. And secondly, if you've had COVID and you're wondering when to get a booster, 2 months after you've finished is the latest definitive answer.
Is it 2 months?
2 months now, yeah.
Oh, we
I've
can
had
get
the-
it.
So we can get it now, yeah. So 2 months after you've recovered,
Okay.
you can have a booster.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's it.
Nova.
Chrissy Swan, Sam Pang, and Jonathan Brown.
Chrissy's Celebrity Star.
Kanye West has announced this morning on Instagram there's going to be a new album, Donda 2.
Oh.
I wonder if he's just going to call every album Donda from now on after his...
Donda. Donda, 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 donda,
after his mother.
That's not a song.
Yes, it is. Donda, 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 donda.
According to the Post, the new album will be executive produced by Future. That's a person.
The steady hand of Future has always served musicians well.
Has Future got kids? I'd love to know his kids' names.
Yes, they're past and present. And will be released on February 22nd. So you don't have long to wait, only 3 weeks. He's now dating Julia Fox.
Is that Megan's sister?
Nah.
No.
No, it's Michael J's sister.
Oh, is it?
She was in Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler.
I almost watched that the other day.
Mate. Almost.
No,
Dino's watched it twice. He likes it so much.
What did you pull out?
I ended up watching
Rocky 4 again?
No, 40 minutes of Schwarzenegger in a razor.
A razor, God. My God.
Oh, very underrated, a razor.
Sharon Stone?
No.
No, who was...
Vanessa Williams.
Vanessa Williams.
Oh, she was gorgeous. Sometimes the sun comes down and you know her song? Yeah. She was a singer too.
Great song.
Sometimes save the best for last, it was.
Hell yeah.
May have made love to it once.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
Polling Yao, a MasterChef legend and one of the most famous smiles in Australia. Last night she was ejected straight into the water on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. And you can check out the grand final 7 p.m. Sunday on 10. Here's Poe.
What will the jungle be without the steady hand of Poe? Welcome.
Hello, guys. Thanks for having me.
Full disclosure, I love you.
It's all out now.
You are the best. Now, when did filming end? And when you got out, were you like all refreshed and you were going to make huge changes to your life and then you didn't make any?
I actually did make some changes.
What were they?
Well, Buck's got me exercising in the jungle and I've become a walker like you.
Have you, Poe?
I have.
How good is it?
Oh, my gosh. It's revolutionised my life. I've been a horrible exerciser my whole life.
Me too.
Because I used to be a dancer when I was younger and that was the end of it. And it's the only thing I've ever been able to sustain.
And how good is it for your brain?
It's so good. Do you know what I love about it?
What?
When I'm stressed out, I can park it. I go, don't worry about it. Save it when you go on your walk.
That's what I do. And then I untangle it all the further I go.
Yeah.
It's a miracle, Poe.
Yeah.
It is a miracle.
Now, Poe, you were witness to a little feud going on in the jungle, or a little argument between Nathan Buckley and Joey Essex about Joey testing the food or tasting the food when he was cooking up by dipping the spoon in, tasting it, putting the spoon back in. And his excuse was that's what Poe does. Bucks wasn't happy about this.
Let's go to the tape, Poe.
I'm not having a go. I'm just straight right. Obviously, I've just seen every single person do it pretty much.
No, everyone.
I've seen Poe do it so many times.
Under the bus you go.
You listen to me, mate.
I just get picked on a little bit.
No, you're playing victim.
I'm not.
No one has put the wooden spoon in their mouth and then stirred the food with it.
Okay.
I don't like this shit. I'm out.
Poe, are you guilty or not?
I can't remember, but I reckon I might have been. But I reckon I only did it like once or twice.
But anybody that's watched MasterChef, which is everyone, knows that you've got to taste.
Yeah, you do. And I'm pretty sure I do this thing where I lift it up with the wooden spoon and I pour it into my own spoon. I don't know. It's all a bit of a blur.
Lucky Bucks wasn't watching. Double standards by Bucks there.
Yeah, bad from him.
Yeah, I was waiting for them to pull one out on me. Like, do you remember Towelgate from last year with Petit Fleur? She thought that she was certain that Dipper someone had taken her towel. But, no, it wasn't. It ended up being Dipper. And I thought it was going to be one of those situations where they finally reveal at the end if I did. But no, nothing. I got out of it.
Poe, are you telling me I missed a series of this show where there was Towelgate where Petit Fleur and was upset about a towel, didn't it? And it was Dipper who just wiped his big sweaty
ass.
All right then, let's go with ass.
He had it.
Poe,
he had it the whole time, Sam. I know. It's a revelation.
Who was your favourite? Who did you bond with? And who did you be? You can be diplomatic, but who didn't you really click with?
Oh no, I would never say that because we're really close now. Even the people that I don't have so much in common with, so there's full trauma bond happening in the jungle.
Absolutely,
can't break.
Who do you want to win?
So, I think Brookie. I love her.
She is gorgeous.
She's just gorgeous, and I love anyone who's just. I love those personalities that are just utterly themselves, because it takes courage to do that, I think.
I agree.
And she's totally that, toots and all.
Let's do a tight five with Pauline. Yow.
Tight five.
What is your favourite restaurant in Melbourne?
Oh, no, guys.
Macca's in Bell Street.
Keith's Buzz.
Terrible. Can I just say something? I'm not much of a going out person, so I'm very out of touch with restaurants.
Nerd burger.
What was that? Here we go. So
That's like when we got Naomi Watts on the phone for McHappy Day. We asked her what her McDonald's order was. I think she said the salad.
Well, here we go.
Long grain. I love long grain.
Yes. There you go.
Shame you into that.
What is your favourite meal to cook, Poe?
To cook, I love I love making my little French vanilla slice millefeuille.
Oh, yes, I love that too. French vanilla slice.
Yeah.
What does your morning ritual look like, Poe?
Okay, I get up, I make coffee, and play with the dogs, water the plant. I'm such a nana.
Yeah.
Wait, Swanee, can I have one?
And you know what? That is the way of the future, to live like a nana. We've finally unlocked the meaning of life, Poe. Live like a nana and be happy.
Sneak one in. What do you got?
Yes.
Hey, Poe, you ever been arrested?
Lower your expectations. Have I ever been arrested?
Yeah.
No.
Just checking.
See? Living like a nana. And last but not least, what do you order from the fish and chip shop?
Seafood
I
stick.
often am boring and get grilled sticks.
Oh, yeah, I do too. I do too.
I'm not a batter person. I don't like batter. And lots of chips. Love chips.
I really apologise for Brownie limping in there with seafood stick.
Why?
What do you? You don't order. You don't get one of those, do you? Those crab sticks?
No, I don't.
Why does Poe strike you as a seafood stick woman?
Well, look, I know they don't have great publicity, the seafood sticks.
Why don't you become their brand ambassador?
There's no seafood in them.
You should.
I like them, though.
Do you like them?
I thought Poe might have liked them.
Hey, we're gonna.
Do you like a seafood stick?
Sorry about that, Poe.
I'm not a food snob. I probably would eat a seafood.
Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely.
Brownie
You
went
knew.
back on board.
Brownie knew.
Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
Last day for that competition, but first day of high school for my eldest daughter, Olivia Brown.
Where has the time gone?
I know, it's amazing.
Year 7.
Year 7. School fees have changed a little bit. I remember the first day she entered primary school at Currumbin Valley State School, 100 kids in the country there at the back of the Gold Coast. $80 for the year.
Wow.
So a little bit of an increase.
You're probably looking at $80 a day. With that.
I thought that's what it was at the time. So I rang Coles and said, $80 a day, that's expensive for a state school. $80 for the year, you idiot. And then you can make a contribution. You can make a contribution to the school fund of $80 as well. So,
which of course you didn't do. It's optional.
What a joke!
What did you say?
Jam it.
I've been meaning to ask you. What did you say yesterday when you saw the first time you saw Kyle's with a fringe?
What the bloody hell happened to you?
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Mate, it was astonishing. It knocks you over when someone comes home with a fringe, doesn't it? They could have their hair colour completely changed.
I'm going to write
bright
this.
purple and you wouldn't notice.
I'm going to write this down because that's a phoner for 6 o'clock Monday.
Absolutely.
It's the biggest change you can make. What the bloody hell happened to you? And she would have been slinking around feeling $1 million.
She's up and about.
Anyway, I apologise.
She heard me say that.
Back on track.
Anyway, Liv, so all the best today. Liv, if you are listening, I think she's on her way to school now with a little mate, Otto.
Remember your first day at school, John?
No, I can't.
I remember my first day at primary school, Swanee. You know,
Yeah,
the
I
first
do
day
too.
When all you want to do is you just want to fit in. Well, that's in life when you're younger.
Yeah.
I said to her last
20
night.
minutes late I was.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mum.
I said
That's
to her
what you want.
last
You want
night,
to be
don't-
walking into a primary... You want to be walking into a class and everyone just looking at
She
you.
had 2 other babies.
Oh, she was
that
drunk.
Obviously more important.
Just get off the sherry. Just get me there on time.
Well, Sarah, Liv, don't be an idiot. Don't be the class clown. Don't be the class clown.
Yeah,
The first day. A little conversation with her last night. Just go and listen and learn and all that sort of stuff. Make a few friends. Don't be a fool. Don't have the reputation after the first day.
What about Leo, Swanee? How was his first? He's in high school, isn't he?
Yeah. He's second year now. Yeah, he started last year. Thank you for paying attention.
That's what I do over
No,
here.
that's good. She did.
He enjoyed it. He was with 6 of his mates from primary school, so it was just a really soft landing.
Talk about punctuality, though, Sam. Yesterday she had her house, because they've got houses at this school. They've got 8 or 10 houses, I think, and she had a house meeting on Zoom.
8 or 10 houses?
Yeah.
I thought you only had 4 after the colours, Swanee. Didn't we talk about this?
Bigger schools, more houses.
The big school. I think
we had 5 at my school.
think
Of course, named
5,
after
is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not sure which ones these are named after.
We had a caravan.
I think she's in the blue house. It's got a name. Anyway, she had the meeting on Zoom where all the house members, the new house members, sort of meet their house leader for the first time. I forgot to remind her what the time was on. It was on at lunchtime. And so 20 minutes late, I just remembered it popped up and said, Liv, so I've had to Zoom in late, and I could overhear the teacher saying, Olivia, why are you late to this meeting? This is a very important meeting. And I thought,
Oh, God.
no, this is my fault.
You've got one job.
I thought, I don't normally do this. I've never done this in my life, that I'm going to have to play the card. And I just stuck my head into the Zoom meeting and said, "G'day, Mr. Whatever." And he goes, "Brownie!" He goes, "Oh, don't worry about it. Can't wait to talk footy with you."
Chrissy, Sam, and Brownie.
The podcast.
Guys, what are you wearing to the party tomorrow night? What are your outfits? Are you going shopping today for the party?
On the couch at home, although tennis fashion's become a big thing, Swanee.
Do you know about this?
Sure has, yeah.
People are just wearing tennis gear. Is it, to the tennis?
Yes, but not for the great man Cocky.
Nah, one of the bad boys.
Cockinakis.
$7 Kmart t-shirt.
$7 Kmart t-shirt like me and Dino.
Smart. Last time I went to the football, I wore a Carlton jumper, shorts, and boots. So I'm not one to judge.
That's what you're wearing right now. What are you talking about?
Hey, that's a good night tomorrow night, though. Ash
Very
Barty
good night.
into the Cockinakis Kyrgios combination.
Absolutely. Very good night tomorrow night, and a very good night for someone in this fair country tonight, because at 5 o'clock we're giving away cash, car and a star.
It's 50 grand.
It's a brand new Mazda. It's 50 grand, and it's tickets to see Adele in Vegas when her show is ready.
It's ready now?
No, it's not ready now. It ain't ready. I'm so sorry.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Just the end of the week cleanup, Swanee, the stuff on your desk. It's amazing, some of the things. Yesterday I told you a story about going out to dinner with my oldest friend and then his son and 3 of their mates. I'd spent an hour and a half with 4 17-year-olds.
I love that.
Which was magnificent.
I caught up with a friend recently who's got 3 grown daughters who I hadn't met. So I know the guy, but I don't know his daughters, and it was the most beautiful
How old are they?
afternoon. 17, 15 and 13.
So for me, it was just like talking to Jack. I mean, just children.
Yeah.
Yes.
With wonderful sense of entitlement based on nothing.
Yes.
Just youth and optimism and energy.
It's magical, isn't it?
But
I love it.
And I did tell you that one of the boys, Luke, has been swept to power as the new school captain based on a policy of more bins in the yard.
He's got a very bright future.
And also bringing chicken rolls back to the canteen. And he has swept, it's like Putin numbers. It's 110% of the vote.
McGowan?
He's almost an emperor.
More bins was sort of, he would have won a few over, but the chicken rolls was the kicker.
Oh, absolutely.
That was the big policy ticket, the big ticket
But
item.
like I said about it, was just like talking to Jack Charles, because it's like these youngsters, So there's one of them there who's actually got it all together. I think his name was Daniel. He's got a girlfriend.
17.
Yeah, he's got a girlfriend.
He's gone too early.
Yeah, no.
Jeez.
Well, actually, it's funny. That's what the other 3 thought. I was there. I was trying to be positive, going, "Oh, that's nice." All the others are going, "Oh, mate, why would you have a girlfriend? Commitment is a scam." And when those words came out of one of them, I just thought of Jackie Charles with some of his ridiculous sayings that seem to be somehow law when you're that age, but they very quickly change. But commitment is a scam. Never forget that.
Do
all right?
any of them drive?
No, they're all in the process of getting their license.
Okay, how's that going?
Well, one of them's going to get their license sooner than the other. I said, with the others, I said, don't rush. I didn't rush. I got mine when I was 25. They go, oh my God, what did you do? I go, my mates who got their license early, they drove me around for 8 years.
Yes.
Just get someone else whoever gets the car first, they drive for the next 5 years.
They getting a manual license?
I'll have a couple.
Still
I don't
around?
have to drive. What are you looking at me with disdain for, Swanee?
Because that just says a lot about your lack of character.
Smart, actually.
Thank you.
No.
Responsible.
Why do all of you need a car? Only one. Anyway.
It's bad for the environment.
Exactly. That's
See?
what I was thinking back then.
When did you get your license, Dino?
18.
Yeah, right.
Had a Galant, 78.
It was only because Pang couldn't afford petrol.
Oh, of course.
That's true.
What was your first car, Pang? Was it the Velvet Fog?
Yeah, it was a 1986 Toyota Corolla.
What was yours, Brownie?
It was a VS Series 2 Commodore.
Oh!
Yes.
Sponsored.
I wasn't sponsored.
Was it?
No, I wasn't sponsored.
No, you had to pay for that. Is that the last thing you ever paid for, maybe?
Like last car you ever paid for?
No. I paid for more after that. I actually remember crashing it in the car park at footy training. On the way into footy training.
Burnout? You're doing a burnout.
Smoke 'em up.
Donuts.
Doing a burnout and hit one of the other boys' cars.
Oh, you actually were.
Yes.
Geez, you've come a long way
Well, it was
from being a gigantic bogan.
It was a reverse donut.
Was there smoke? Was there smoke going off the
Well, no,
wheels?
because it was a gravel. It was a full gravel car
Yes.
park.
So it was spitting out the
reason
gravel.
I hit the cars was because there was dust everywhere and I couldn't see where I was going.
Mate, not even your fault, the way you describe it.
Absolutely not your fault.
The pride on his face
That
when he
could've-
said reverse
donut. That could have happened to anyone, in fairness. If you
Yes.
can't see where you're going, then you hit a car.
My teammate's car that I hit was an old Nissan Pulsar from years ago. And
Oh, you did him a favour.
I did because he got $500 at the auto wreckers.
Smart.
I still remember going there with him and the bloke said, nah, this one's cooked, mate. I'll give you $500 for it. So to win.
What a win.
To win.
No, mate.
I just love he's written off some poor guy's car, no remorse,
No,
none.
nothing. And somehow flipped it in terms of he's ended up the hero.
He
I got
did
him
him-
500. He wouldn't have got that. Good on you, mate. Well
it was going to cost him $2,000 to get it fixed.
Yeah, but if he wouldn't have had to have done any of this if you hadn't have written off his car by doing a reverse donut in the car park.
$500 cash, I got him.
We refusing to back down. We don't mention. We're not big on the Australia Day honours, but I did want to mention this, Dino, that Grant Warrington, I think, received an order of Australia.
What?
For services to. This is what someone told me.
Are you joking?
Yeah.
The skipper of Stefan.
Yeah,
his
that's
boat
what
in
I'm
the Sydney
saying. So he
Dover.
got for services to yachting and all that. So he got it. Stefan somehow missed out. But it was Graham Warrington and Brian Mannix who were both They were both acknowledged for their services to all things on the water.
Mannix of the SS Camagra. Are you talking
Yeah,
about?
The one.
yeah.
That's the one. Hey, I just wanted to finish with stuff at the end of the week on a Friday from now on. Anything that's on my wall, audio-wise,
it's a mess.
We're just going to get rid of. So I want you. I'm clear the book. What have you got?
I've had this Utes audio on here for ages.
Oh yeah, this is our the Utes. Oh yeah. This is our esteemed Prime Minister. This was from during the summer talking about. I just thought this is how he swept to power last time because he's. I could see how you would hear this and go, I'm going to vote for him. Have a listen to our Prime Minister.
Do you support a big ute for Geelong as a tourist attraction?
Well, I love utes. How good are utes? And how good would a big ute be?
There's a Prime Minister of the country just standing there like a grinning idiot going, how good are utes?
How good are utes?
Oh, my God.
Are they putting a big ute in?
I thought you'd be excited about that. I don't want to...
Wow.
Yeah,
it's my weekend.
It's like someone's hitting a laugh button, like the audience.
It's like a tennis crowd. His entourage are like a tennis crowd.
Yes.
Doesn't take him much.
Oh, it's awful.
Doesn't take him much. What else you got there, Dino?
Something that happened on a golf course on the links.
Oh, yeah. So I'll finish with this. The last... there's nothing else on the wall, is there?
There's a depth thing as well?
No. This time last week, we were all excited because we're going to have a sleepover and watch Rocky IV, the Directors' Cup.
Yes.
We're going to play golf first. And I just wanted to take you back to... I've recreated a moment on the golf course where it was myself and Dino were playing Brandon, I think you'd already walked off. But anyway, I said to Dino, if you next time you hit a good tee shot, can you, give us something. Give us something as the ball's in the air.
Yeah.
And he goes, leave it with me. So hole after hole went by, and then he got to I think the 13th one, and he teed off, and this is what the playing group heard.
Good morning, Melbourne.
You're joking. You're joking.
That's what he
God,
did.
I love
That's
you.
what he did on the golf.
John, I crushed it.
He crushed it.
Absolutely.
And then
couldn't love you anymore.
He crushed it, and then he went to the catchphrase. Mate, well done.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
May I offer you a tidbit? My kids spent the day at Gumbaya World yesterday. It's had a massive glow up, this water slides and stuff. I love water slides, do you?
Who doesn't love a water
I
slide?
love water slides.
Yeah,
Heaven.
Yeah.
They're great.
Anyway,
Got one
they've
at
got
home.
the animals there. They've got the animals that they've always had there. And they had a meet and greet with a dingo.
Oh, yes.
Which, my kids are wildlife crazy, so that was really fun. Apparently dingoes, here's the tidbit. May I offer you a tidbit?
Fair run-up.
I know, sorry, I was just explaining the context. Dingoes can live for up to 22 days without water.
Is that right?
Yes.
Whoa, that's amazing.
Mad dogs.
Yeah, literally.
Are camels like that as well?
I'm not sure I would
Camels
say
would be
so.
longer than 22 days, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
But that's
23.
impressive for a dog, for a
Great
canine.
tidbit.
Yeah, and they get their liquid from, other sources, animals and whatever.
May I offer you a tidbit?
Yes.
Michael J. Fox.
The great man. My very first object of affection.
Really?
Yeah,
What, from Family Ties?
yeah.
Yeah.
His middle name is not, it's actually starts with an A. It's Michael Andrew Fox. Michael Andrew Fox.
So why did he go for Jay?
Thanks for asking. There was another actor of the time with the same initial, Michael A. Fox. He was like, I can't have that. I'm going to be Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, Jay's catchy.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, that happened to Michael Keaton too.
Oh.
His real name is like Michael Caine or something, but you couldn't have two in the Actors Guild.
Oh, but I don't think it's going to happen to Nick Cannon's kid, Powerful.
No.
I think she'll be right. She?
She,
I mean,
yes.
when she grows up, she's not going to have any competition. No one else is going to be called Powerful.
No.
You really love that name, don't you?
I can't believe it. If
you go again,
I cannot believe that.
Powerful.
If you go again, would it be on the short list of names?
Absolutely. Boy or girl. Here's my kid. Powerful.
Boy or girl.
Powerful.
What do you make of the massage therapist that I met a few weeks ago called Gift? G-I-F-T, Gift. I think it's a great name.
I think it's a good name. I think in that industry it could be dangerous. That's all.
Yeah, I agree. That's well said. Well worked around that subject.
It's like being called Happy.
Any more
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, may I offer you a tidbit? There's in the Instagram world, there's 40 million people with over 1 million followers, which is surprising.
It's a lot.
That's a lot, isn't it? And what was the other one? 100 million, over 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
It seems like an
tidbit.
extraordinary high amount.
It is.
I've got to get on the gram.
Yeah, you've been threatening that for 7 Good. Vinny, good morning.
Good morning. May I offer you a tidbit?
Yes, Vinny.
Honey is the only food that will not rot. A jar of honey may remain edible for over 3,000 years.
That's good.
That is true, Vinny.
I didn't
That
know.
is
So
true.
honey doesn't go off. Oh,
No.
that's good to know. That's good to know.
And did you know, Vinny, it's a great facial, it's a great cleanser.
Yes, I did.
If you just
I
mix
did.
it with water, it becomes this beautiful emulsified, and it cleans everything off.
Good for burns.
It's a
Can be as
great,
well.
great thing.
They're
Antibiotic
underrated.
as well.
I reckon it's underrated.
Honey is. So especially, Australian honey is the highest quality honey in the world.
Are you looking for an ambassadorship there as well? Dairy Australia.
No, I'm
into
not.
honey?
A good friend of mine lives directly across the road. He's a honey merchant.
Yes, Capilano. Yes, he is available. Yes? No, I'll get his man. No, you'll deal with him direct. Okay, no problem.
Wouldn't have thought so.
No, not happy, John.
That's big. That's a big get.
It's a big call.
Vinny, you're off to see J-Lo's new flick. It's got Owen Wilson. Marry Me.
Oh, God, I've seen the trailers.
Looks real good, eh? Feb 10. Enjoy that. Let's go. Oi, Rachel, good morning.
May I offer you a tidbit?
Yes, you can, Rachel.
Yes,
please.
Rachel.
Drone bees have explosive genitals, and when they mate with a queen, his genitals burst out of his body, causing his death.
That's the coolest thing I've ever heard.
I may need you to repeat that all those words, please, Rachel. Do you mind?
From the top.
No
and
worries.
I know you're reading it, so you can.
No, it's my own words, but I have written it down.
Do it, Rach.
Drone bees have explosive genitals, and when they mate with a queen, his genitals burst out of his body, causing his death.
Ha ha! That is amazing.
They come out of his abdomen. They take out his abdominal tissue, and then he mates, and that's it. He dies.
Is it near the stinger? Is it near the stinger?
No, the drones actually don't have a stinger. So, yeah. So it's just,
they've got instead
that's
of.
their whole purpose, is to mate and die.
Wow, they're like suicide bombers.
Because I think the actual bees that fly out and get the pollen, they can only last 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's the worker, and then there's the drone. Yeah,
Isn't it weird that sort of a bee and honey themed tidbit day today?
It is,
Explosive genitalia.
Was a honey.
Explosive genitalia. With a hell of a horse. Hell of a horse. Went to stud too, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Rachel, you into the tennis?
Yes.
You've got a double pass to the men's semi-final at the tennis tomorrow.
Oh, my goodness.
For bringing us explosive genitalia.
Thank you so much.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
In great news, we've just named Sam Pang's autobiography. Off air, we've workshopped it.
Yes.
We've got it.
And it's called?
Well,
Don't worry about
wait. But your new one's called Driving Home Sad. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And what's one of the chapters called inside? Oh,
Every chapter's called Driving Home.
yeah, true. All right, now it's time for this.
Chrissy's walking miracles. Where did she walk to?
So, I am out and about every day for hours walking, sorting my brain out, and I love it. It's changed me. It's rewired me over the last 2 years, I reckon.
For the better?
For the better, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I do. I do think so, yeah.
You sure?
And what I love about it is I never know what's going to happen, who I'm going to run into, what sort of amazing miracles are going to happen that I wouldn't have experienced had I been sitting at home. Do
you listen to a podcast?
Sometimes.
Every time?
Most of the times, no. Most of the time, no. I just have my own thoughts.
Observing what's going on.
Yeah,
around
or
you.
I call a friend and I walk and talk with a friend, which I absolutely love. I love everything about it. But the main thing I love about it are the miracles that occur. And I told you last week that I ran into someone who I hadn't seen for 10 years, one of the producers from The Circle. And then we walked to my mum's together and found a bird cage. And it was just a magical, life-affirming moment.
Basically, my memory of that is that you just turned her into a furniture removalist.
Yeah, she was like man with a van, but
Yeah.
she was a lady with a
So
cage.
I'm sure she loved bumping into you.
She did. She had a great time because it's a miracle for her too. It was the last thing she expected. I've got another walking miracle for you. I walked the other day to Mario's, which you know I love, and I met a friend there, and I was having a coffee. We were talking about what we'd been up to, and he asked me questions about Would I Lie to You, which is a TV show that I filmed at the end of last year with Frank Woodley and Chris Taylor from The Chaser. But he was saying, oh, so what was it like working with Frank Woodley? And I said, oh, it was just a dream come true. He's a magnificent man and a wonderful performer. And my friend said, have you ever met Colin Lane? And I said, met Colin Lane. I love Colin Lane. I worked with him for the best part of a year because he filled in for Georgie Coughlin when she was off on maternity leave after having her daughter when we were all on the circle together. So I worked every day with Colin Lane.
He's a very funny man.
He is a beautiful man, and we had such a lovely time together. And I was singing his praises to my friend in the front of Mario's. I get up to go to the toilet, and who is in the back of Mario's? But Colin Lane! And he joins us now. Colin Lane, welcome.
Oh, good morning there. How are you?
Can you possibly express my reaction after speaking about you and then seeing you in the flesh moments later?
It was a tad embarrassing because sometimes Mario's does get the reputation of being, you know, like a catch-up for performers. Like everybody just goes there. Wilbur Wilde was there, you were there, all these other performers were there. And I'm kind of trying to be subtle. And then across the...
Oh, we lost him.
I'd had enough.
Had you?
We'll get him back. We'll try and get him back. Wilbur Wilde was there.
Yeah, Wilbur Wilde was there. I had a chat with Wilbur Wilde. But the thing is,
Did he have his saxophone with him?
He didn't. Sadly. He ended the conversation. There was a lull in the conversation, and then Wilbur just goes, anyway, my girlfriend's waiting for me. Oh, we're going to do the dial tone and everything.
I love the dial tone on here.
Colin Lane, what happened?
That was just, I mean... I think that I'm being quite hilarious and quite amusing and telling something interesting, and then I just get stone cold silent. Isn't that lovely?
Absolutely.
So Cole, we lost you, but you were just saying how Mario's, sometimes it's just a catch up for performers, but there you were. And then what?
Well, there I was, and I was just up the back, and then just across the whole restaurant, all I heard was, "Colin Lane, what are you doing here?"
You yelled out, Swanee.
I couldn't believe it. And then what did I do, Cole?
Cool.
What did I do then?
Well, you just gave me a huge hug, and you just professed that you were the Messiah, and you had special powers.
I couldn't believe it. And then I dragged you out of your seat over to my friend, and I said, look who's here. I was just talking about him.
It is great. But maybe you're talking about me all the time. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe you're just obsessed. Maybe you're stalking me. I did see somebody following me as I parked and then decided to go to Mario. So maybe you've just been stalking me since we finished on the circle. Maybe that's it.
You might want to check underneath your car, Colin. You might want to get it swept just to make sure there's no hidden device.
I put a little magnet under there. Anyway, that was a great highlight of my week, Colin, seeing you.
But don't you just feel like you do actually have some magical powers? I mean, it's like when you tell somebody a dream or something, you kind of go, no, you don't understand. I dreamt about this thing, and people go, yeah, but that just happens all the time. But when it happens to you, you actually think that you've got some special power.
I feel like this doesn't happen to everyone all the time to talk about, because we haven't seen each other for ages with lockdown and everything before that. Like, we just haven't crossed paths. And then to be talking specifically about you and then for you to be there, I just think that's really weird.
I think it's really weird. And also, while I'm talking to you, I'm just trying to, I feel a little bit hurt that it actually took, a conversation about Frank to actually get to me. But that's all right. I mean, I would have thought that maybe you would have been talking about me first and then Frank. But that's okay. I'll deal with that. I'll work through that today.
That's what I initially thought too, as well, Colin.
Yeah.
Just quickly go back to the circle days. Do you recall any diva-like behaviour from our co-star?
Look, No. I mean, I was in a. I'm sorry. I can hear your disappointment that there's no kind of juicy tidbits. But look, I had a great time, and I think my favourite story was when we were interviewing somebody, and Yumi Steins was there, and Chrissy, and I think Denise was there as well, and we talked to somebody for about 7 or 8 minutes, and then at the end of it, I said to Yumi, I didn't ask one single question. I didn't actually say anything. And Yumi said to me, Colin, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. And it was just a very important lesson for me. You know, if you've got nothing to say, just shut up, Colin.
Yes. Colin, now you know.
That's what I did most of the time on the circle. I just shut up.
Colin, it sounds like me when we're interviewing one of the bachelorettes. That's I don't necessarily feel the need that any questions from me would improve the chat.
Colin Lane. That's right. You know, as my father used to say, it's better to remain silent to be thought of as a fool than to speak and remove all doubt.
Oh, what a great saying!
Love that, Colin Lane.
And on that note, am I allowed to say what are you about the comedy festival? Am I allowed to mention anything about that?
Well, I think the announce is today, and tickets go on sale next Tuesday. But Frank and Colin present their presentation of the epic novel Moby Dick in 2022,
oh my
2023.
God.
So
that is cool.
Oh, that will be amazing.
Look out for it. Tickets on sale next Tuesday. But thanks very much for having me, Chrissy, and just keep on talking about me. That would be much appreciated.
I will. I look forward to when I next manifest you, Colin Lane.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
It's been a big week for us.
Also, real quick before the cheat sheet, I really want people to vote for Dylan on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Yes, please. His charity is Lifeline.
Yeah.
He made himself so vulnerable talking about the very sad and tragic loss of his brother in 2007. You know, he grieves for him every day. If he could win this, that would be amazing. I mean, they're all fabulous and they're all great charities, but Dylan Lewis is our pick, isn't he, Dino?
We can vouch for him. He has the purest soul
He's
I've
our
ever
boy.
met.
He is our absolute boy.
I remember
so get behind him. Google how to vote.
Our first ever party, because he used to work in these offices.
Yeah.
And it was like 2 weeks in when we started our brekkie show.
Yeah.
And I came to work and he was standing at the toilet urinal because he hadn't been home. At the urinal, asleep with his head on the wall.
That's right. Oh, bless him.
You're right, mate.
He is a beautiful, beautiful man. Get behind Dylan.
Have a good weekend, gang. Go Ash Barney.
Hey, everybody, it's Friday. What does it mean? End of the week, look back, what it was, what it is, what we did, what we didn't. End of the week, you're getting out of bed with your alarm ringing at your head instead of getting ready for the weekend. Let's go through the week. Little bit of Brownie, little bit of Chrissy. Somewhere between there's hang next, all free, cheap time till I break this Friday. We put our hands up to the start of the weekend with the cheat sheet of the week. Hey, first one of these for the year. Couldn't do it last week, had COVID. Now I don't. So let's get back on the saddle, back on the horse. Anyway, they're just as messy as usual, so let me just take you through the week. Firstly, let's give you a taste of this week's Mystic Chrissy. Thank you, whispery version of myself. Anyway,
Romy from Doreen. Now, all morning I've been seeing pastries in my mind. Why would that be?
I'm sorry, but I'm actually a celiac, so I couldn't be further from pastries.
Who's got the ginger cat, Romy?
I'm allergic to cats, so I don't go near them.
2 for 2.
Brownie talked about how his wife's really getting intense on looking after a specific tree.
I think my wife may be losing her mind, Swanee. She bought this fiddle leaf plant.
Very hard to keep alive.
Yeah, well, it's become like her pet.
Full disclosure or question, you know, last week when I came over for dinner, do you think me urinating on that plant would have been good or bad? I'm just saying.
Demons captain and football correspondent for Nova 100, Max Gawn, was at the tennis, and he had a much worse seat than his teammates.
Did you go to the tennis yesterday?
I did.
Yeah. How come you were right up the back and Petrarca was courtside?
Was that your choice, being every man?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Common day man.
It's a smoking section up there.
On Tuesday, Tony Martin was on the show, and Chrissy's about to say something. I don't need to give it any context, so here it is.
I love Ben Affleck. I love him.
Right.
He is not a good Batman.
Not a good Batman.
Really?
Has anyone seen him as
I like
Batman?
a Batman who smokes, Tony. That's good. I like that.
I like a Batman who goes to In-N-Out Burger on the way to rehab with his ex.
Sam gave us news of the Prime Minister.
The PM's WeChat account was hacked. It's disappeared. It's one of her prompting allegations of Chinese interference. And good news, his OnlyFans account is still fine.
You know if ScoMo had an OnlyFans, it would be nothing free and all pay-per-view. Are you honestly surprised I know how OnlyFans works? We talked about Heidi Klum.
When you think of Heidi Klum, you don't think of her legs.
Nah, I think married to Seal.
Yeah.
We're a very supportive bunch here at Nova. Evidently, here's some evidence. What?
I was saying goodbye to my friend yesterday, and he gave me this long hug, and he just said into my ear, "You are doing so well." It just meant so much to me. So if you can possibly today compliment someone.
If you were going to hug Jack Charles, Peggy, would you whisper anything into his ear?
I'd whisper, "You're very lucky to have a job."
Nathan Buckley's not easy to get on a show, so we were surprised that he came on ours. But we found out why.
He's got a man crush on Sam, you can tell.
He does not.
He gets
That's
a bit
why.
giggly.
That's why he's on the show.
Exactly.
Bucks and Sammy sitting in a tree.
K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
Good from you. Well done.
He did it.
That's the height of my career. I'm going to write another book, put an extra chapter in.
The title, of course, is called Driving Home Sad.
Chrissy had another question for Nathan Buckley.
Why did you do I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here?
Very good question. I think it was about just doing something a little out of the comfort zone, not taking myself too seriously, having a bit of fun. Why did you do it, Christy?
Different reasons. I was fired the month before and Mama's got bills to pay, so I had to do it. Was
Not
it?
that different at all then.
Once again, Chrissy's always really good at establishing context, which makes my job redundant, but I have to make some noise so that you know that it's the next bit of audio.
I did a photo shoot for Priceline last week, and the basic premise is sort of looks over the last 40 years, right? So I was dressed up in one of the looks. I can't give away too much. One of the looks required a fake fringe.
One at emo.
Yes.
It looks a bit emo.
Was one a Klansman?
No.
No, just check it.
Yeah.
Right, that was hectic. Let's continue on with Fringe Chat.
One of the looks required a fake fringe, and I loved it sick. So great that I wanted to show my girl, 8-year-old Peg. I showed her. I just said, "Look at this," and she goes, "Oh." I said, "What?" She goes, "No offence, but a fringe doesn't suit you."
In fairness to Peg, though, a fringe, when someone goes with one hairstyle, a lady goes with one hairstyle and then they pull the fringe, it's a big change.
It is the biggest change, I agree.
Coles came home with one once and I was going, Jesus, what the hell happened to you?
It is shocking, I know.
That's a how very dare you. When you said to Coles, "What the hell is that?" Or whatever you said.
Well, that's it from me. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'm out of here. Bye.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie, Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissy, Sam and Brownie, unless it's a weekend.
Nova 100.